Do you understand Indiana's going to Notre Dame? This is the Friday night game, by the way. This is December 20th. That is a Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, first kick. I almost talk about it like a baseball game. Notre Dame opened as a 7.5-point favorite here. So it's this like high school football kind of feel. It's an in-state rivalry, if you want to call it that. It's Friday night under the lights. Crowd will be a little bit bigger than your normal high school tilt up there in Indiana. Notre Dame's strengths, I don't think, are streaky. If I see a team that is really, really prolific and high-powered, high-octane, they move the ball through the air a lot, I worry about them when they have time off late in the year, and I worry about them when it's going to be really, really, really cold outside. That is not Notre Dame. They don't even pretend to be that. So the parts of Notre Dame that are effective will always be affected. They can be beaten, but I don't think they're going to be beaten because run defense all of a sudden doesn't show up, or their ground game all of a sudden doesn't show up. If they get beat, it's because they either turn the ball over or they faced a better team. Is Indiana that team? Indiana, statistically, number one run defense in the country. We went through this already with Ohio State. Does their stat profile match what we see on the field? It didn't that day. But that's it. Indiana regrouped, and they got right back to work, and they earned themselves a spot here. I thought I'd have a problem with it back then, but as the field worked itself out, I don't have a problem with it. What did they learn from that Ohio State game, though? Because they all went through it. They went through the build-up, and they were a little bit bigger a dog in that game than they are here, but they went into a hostile environment. They faced a superior roster. They got handled very thoroughly, started the game as scripted, and still got handled thoroughly. So what did they lose? Like, what can you really apply from that is what I'm asking you. It's not that it's not that the team of Ohio State compares perfectly with the team of Notre Dame. The other thing is it's a prove-it game for Notre Dame. As much as everyone loves to be in the home position and be favored, well, the trade-off with that is you better win. You can't let them come into your building and win because all of a sudden then you've got the Northern Illinois loss that everyone's willing to forget because that's a long time ago and we rectified the situation. We won all our remaining games. We're in the playoff. That's wonderful. But then what if Indiana comes in there and just wins 30-24? Your season's over. You did all this. It feels like for nothing. And you're left wondering, is this a hollow season? I mean, were we really what we thought we were? And then conversely, over on the Indiana side, if they go in there and they get handled, what does that say about them? Well, the recalibration of expectation crowd would say, oh, it means they're a fraud. No, it doesn't. No, it still means if they get beat 50-0, it still means they vastly exceeded expectation. That's what it would mean. This one is a standalone game. There's nothing else that day other than that game.